15 secrets to make your ads 10 times better. This is not a case study or masterclass on design. It's a simple video explaining how you can use these 15 psychological secrets so you can make your ads 10 times better. I need a little courage to tell this first one because it's a little weird. And by the way, this list is not made by me, it's by a guy named Fowles, or whatever. Here's the name and the photo. Number one is an appeal for, you guessed it, yes, this is strange to be on the list, right? How does it affect psychologically? If you want to grab attention, that's one of the ways people use. They use explicit images. Many rappers in the Western world use the same things and stuff like that. And if you go a little deep in it, I hope you not, but yeah. So recently there was this trend of those certain types of chocolates. So they work well. Why? Because they appeal for the first segment. I don't want to say that. A little nervous, obviously. These are my first few videos. You want me to say? Hold on. Before we move on, I want to tell you this important thing. Relax. There is no sponsor. This is the second video of the channel. Yeah, chill. So these appeals, right? These appeals are not happening consciously. These are subconscious and even indirect. You won't even realize what happened right now. So a direct example would be Axe, right? A guy puts on Axe deodorant and all the girls in the town want to get laid with him. It's indirect, but it's not so subtle. You have to buy Axe if you don't want to be lonely. That's the message behind it. But bigger companies, luxury brands, what they do, they inculcate this in you subtly, like you don't even realize what's happening. For example, have you seen a model dressing weirdly or standing in a weird way? He has done it for a reason, okay? And mostly it's because to appeal you. The rest of the appeals I'm going to tell you, these are happening in action in that one single image ad. Exactly. And imagine you're just trying to sell your product talking how great it is. Not gonna work. So if you want to really, sell your products and stuff, watch the whole video. Netflix is trying to grab your attention. Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, all of these things are trying to grab attention and you're competing with this. So I want you to have a really big mindset when you're watching this video and understand how all of these happen to you subconsciously. So it's more of you observing things, and if you're watching this, I want you to observe this, how this happen in your life and try to inculcate it. Number 2, appeal for affiliation. In simple terms, family, friends, parents, or any kind of relative. So when ads tell you, make your parents proud, make your friends proud, or something like that, or buy them a gift, that's appeal for affiliation. Insurance companies use this a lot too. They tell, after you die, who's going to take care of your family, who's going to take care of your parents or your children. They instill fear using this. So this is a negative way. The negative doesn't have to be bad. They are trying to warn them. Number 3, appeal to nurture. This one's hard to explain, but whenever you have seen a puppy, you get that parental instinct, right? That kind of feeling is caused by the appeal to nurture. NGOs usually use this, that they tell this puppy or these babies, they don't have home, they need your help. You're the one who can feed them, you're the one who can help them. Using this indirectly would be, I got this cool example. Amazon, if you don't have any internet, what happens is there is no internet page, and on top of that there is a cute little puppy. The 4th need is the need for guidance. Yes, this is the opposite for the need for nurture. Where in nurturing you are giving, in guidance you are asking. You are asking for help, the support, the healing you were giving in the previous one. The need for guidance, where do you usually people ask for guidance? It's in coaches, coaching, mentorship programs, and mostly education too, and stuff like this. And also that's why you see these big content creators, they're just giving value. Why? Because they're appealing for the need for guidance. People need guidance, they're lost. What do? You provide free value for guidance. You can use this, appeal in your ads by giving them value. The 6th appeal is a little weird, not like the first one. This is more on the stranger side, Dr. Strange. This one is the appeal to aggress. So whenever someone does a hate comment and you support it, or someone's angry on someone, you support it using your anger. And in simpler example, news. Whenever you see news, you get angry. We have seen older people like going crazy. That's the desire or the need to aggress. So they just are trying to vent out their anger. If you want to use something this, you would have to be radical. Like take Andrew Tate for example. Andrew Tate uses this really well. He tries to use his anger, which also lets his fan or anybody watching him let his anger out. Even it's on himself or someone he's opposing. It works. It still works. But it's a two-edged sword. Very risky. Worth it? I don't know. I don't think so. Why would you want to spread negativity? Why would you want to be angry for no reason? You'll look and sound stupid too. So if you want to be authoritative, this is a no-go for me. Number 7, the need to achieve. This is like really obvious. Many people, many coaches, many industry leaders, even let's say gym owners, all these people are selling you a dream result. So that's the need to achieve. That's your need to achieve. They are appealing to. So for example, if you want to go to a gym, you want a jack body, you want to do cool poses. If you want that, that's your victory, that's your result, that's your achievement, they'll sell you that achievement. Many people do this mistake. What they do is they start telling features. Okay, this is how good it is, this is how. Nobody cares. They want to know what they're going to get. And achievement is the easier one, that's why people mostly use it. I mean, this is great if you want to start out and all of that. Many people are just stuck in this. I mean, use it up to a certain point, and just don't just use the same, don't plow the same land. Try to be unique, try to stand out by using other appeals of needs also. Number 7, the need to dominate, or the need for dominance. If you ever feel like you want to be on top of someone, no, not literally, that's the first one. It's already been covered. The best at any certain field. Yes, you can appeal to that need in many ways. Let's say education, portray Sharma ji ka beta, and your customer being better than Sharma ji ka beta. And again, in business, destroying competition, I use this. And then in career, being the top employee, you can use this need and appeal to your customers using dominance. Number 8, the need of prominence. Similar to dominance, prominence is more about being famous. Like you have that luxury car, right? It's not for yourself, it's to show off people. Yep, that's one need. You have those dishes your parents never open it because it's for guests. Yes, those things which you do for show offs are called prominence. Yes, prominence do happen. Like even take Apple for example. Many people buy Apple just for the sake of prominence, to show off. The youth buying KTM bikes in India, the sales of such bikes are increasing. That's due to prominence. This is a really strong one. If you can really research and identify your target audience, you can really implement this in your ads. You can really implement this throughout your funnels. You can really implement this throughout your marketing campaign itself. It's so good. This is one thing which you don't need to solve a problem. Solving problem is the main core. You have to solve it. But on top of this is like a extra layer of cream for the cake. Yeah. So use this, but use this very wisely. Prominence is prominent now in the market, and don't overuse it. It's something like keep it as a layer of cream, not as the whole cake. Okay, so the 9th appeal is the appeal for attention. We always think from the point of view of Asha. How can I grab attention? How can I get attention to my advertisements, to my products or services? Then what about from the customer perspective, right? If a business wants attention, so does your customers. Everyone in this world wants attention. So cosmetic companies, they try to highlight them people. There is a product also called as a highlighter, so they highlight the customer there. Even Apple, see, people don't buy Apple because of the features and benefit. People buy Apple, be it Red Bull, any company, they buy the brand. I know, like the saying goes, why do they buy it? Because they get attention from it. If you see the youth of current today's India youth, they are buying KTM bike, Royal Enfield bike, iPhones, and all this expensive stuff. I mean, if you go even down the loophole, people consume alcohol, they even smoke cigarettes. They all do this for attention because they want to quote unquote look cool. Please use it ethically. So like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, the model wears it differently, right? Person should feel like they are the model. They should feel like, oh, and if I wear this piece of cloth, then I'm going to also look like them, and I'm also gonna get attention. I mean, this all happens subconsciously. They don't tell it out loud to you. They always hide intent. 48 laws of power. So that's the thing. Like it's usually happens subconsciously. But you can also add these things subtly into your ad copy or your landing page. So the last 6 ones are really, really exciting, and I am excited to tell you about those. The 10th one is a need for autonomy. So what's autonomy? So autonomy is where the person wants to do things their own way. You might call it personalization, you might call it customization, whatever name you want to give it. Give the power to the consumer. Let's say you're selling 5 bottles. Instead of telling that you sell 5 different bottles, it's the same model. Tell them that you can choose from the 5 colors. It's again subtle, but they have more options. See, even in Amazon, people usually buy the products which have more color options, right? Even though it's the same, they are different products, people don't perceive it as a different product. They see as they have the option. And when people make their own decision, they have this choice. Like, they think made by them. You know the IKEA effect? Yes, kind of displays this. They make the IKEA product right themselves, so they own it. You know, they like it more. They prefer that one more. So similarly, give autonomy to the people. Try to find ways you can give them choice. Even in the advertisement, use words like personalized, customized, or stuff like that. You are the big brains in the company, right? So use your big brain and choose your own. Out of all these 5, the last 5 ones, this one is a little basic, and this is psychological needs. What are psychological needs? Simple. The need for sleep, food, water, the basic stuff, right? Like if you're a company who sells mattress, they can use these certain things. Number 12, the need to escape is really crazy. The need to escape. Yes, even I was shocked. Like, what? Why do you need to escape, right? Then I realized, escape can be of 2 forms. Escape, if you go to the lowest form, it would be addictions. People wanna escape the reality through smoking, drinking, or even watching reels. You watch reels because you wanna escape what's happening. You wanna procrastinate, right? And on the other hand, in a good way, people wanna spend time with their family, vacation. This is also a certain type of escape. So basically, people want to escape, and seeing this as a need is also important. I mean, important for you as a marketer, not for them. So how can you take advantage of this? Think about it. Let's say your audience is working professional. They want to escape. Let's say you're a traveling company. Guess what? You found your diamond premium thing. And also Christmas is coming, right? Number 14, the need for aesthetic sensation. You get that feeling after looking at symmetry. Yes, that's aesthetic. Everything being perfectly situated. That OCD part of the brain which tells you, oh, this is so good, satisfying, or even rewarding at sometimes. So this can, is usually used by top brands. Aesthetic in a way or another grabs attention. And aesthetic also makes it easier for the viewer, as there is not much movement. Yes, this is literally opposite of movement, and there is complete calmness. And it also kind of uses that escape mechanism, and people are escaping from the current jagged you have. If your desk is completely unorganized and it's not in symmetry or whatsoever, wouldn't you feel very annoyed? That mostly is probably because of that. And another day, what you do, wherever you're looking around, in your office, in your home, try to make it as aesthetic as possible and just do the work. Yes, that also happens subconsciously, and also consciously, it just feels right. Human brain is somehow wired, and some people, I don't know, they just like certain things like cleaning their laptop, having a clean environment. These are certain tiny things which makes it soothing for some people. I think due to genetics and evolution, we still have that feeling of having it perfectly aligned, or being aesthetic or satisfying. Number 15, this is kind of, you can say, trending, and it's very more conscious. So this is the need for curiosity. So whenever you see a YouTube thumbnail and you're like, acha, let me click this video, or if you have clicked on this video, it's because of curiosity. You want to know what's gonna happen next, or what will be happening. So why this one works is because curiosity gaps are really nice attention grabbers. If you can create curiosity gap, then you can form it into a story and make it appealing for your viewers. And yes, isn't selling a form of storytelling too? And also you can amp this up by you will be the one who will be creating the curiosity, and also the one who will be satisfying the curiosity. For example, think of Mr. Beast videos, right? You really don't need to watch Mr. Beast videos, but his team and him, they are really good at creating curiosity that you want to click on the video and watch the whole thing. They are also making the gap and also filling the gap, and satisfying the gap of curiosity. So you can do that in your ads. You can start with an gap and an empty gap. You can start with questions, open-ended questions mostly. What will happen if we do this, or why you are still doing these same mistakes? Or you can use numbers like I did, 15 advertisement appeals, or whatever, 7 crazy ways to make money, or stuff like that. Because numbers work, statistics, analytics, they kind of give them the proof. As you keep on going, let's say in your landing page, be it ad, the more statistics you give, the more satisfied they'll feel using their curiosity. Now, in this current generation, no one is naturally curious. No one is mostly trying to find problems. Yes, they are trying to find problems, but it's usually in Google or in YouTube they're trying to search it. But if you're targeting Facebook or Instagram, they're not here for curious. Okay, they just want to have fun. And if you can create that curiosity gap and also solve it at the same time, you have won your customer. Number 13, the need to feel safe. I mean, this is a very underrated one and also really fascinating. Who doesn't want to feel safe, right? That's why there are security cams. Even if you go very fast, that's why doors and windows were created. so people can protect themselves from thieves. I mean, that's one purpose. Like, you can also input sense of security in any kind of business you are in by giving a guarantee. Okay, so let's say if it's a money related, like for example marketing, I have to get results for my clients, I give them guarantee. If I don't get them the results, I work for free. That's one guarantee. Recent Policy Bazaar ads are also doing this. Like, an old man is completely lost, he doesn't know what to do, and then a guy wearing a Policy Bazaar shirt comes in and he says, don't worry, I got your back, and he helps out that customer. That makes the customer feel safe. So if you can input this need of feel, this appeal to the need for feeling safe, it's gonna do wonders, because this is a little underrated but also works really well. Because guarantees, most people don't want to give guarantee because there are some lousy people. But understand this, for every lousy, cheap people who wanna scam you, scammers, bad guys, for every one bad guy there will be 5 more nice people, nice customers. If this is business, yeah, you gotta take risk, and the more risk you take on your behalf, the risk is reduced for your customers, and the more risk is reduced, they'll feel more safe, and you are appealing to their safe. They have no objections from buying your product. Okay, I hope you learned something from this video. These 15 appeals are really useful, and I don't know, if you are crazy enough, you can use all these 15 in just one single video. Who knows, you might go famous. Let me hear what results you get in the comment below. And that's all for the today's video. And YouTube thinks this video, I don't know where it is, these videos are the ones you like, so watch it and see you. Bye bye.